Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 7th of January, 1978. And the title is The Meeting of the Foreign Children with the Foreign Father. Today, Baba the Foreigner has come to meet the foreign children of this corporeal world. Both are foreigners. Why has Baba specially come to meet the foreign children? Do you know your specialty due to which Baba has come specially to meet you? What specialty do the foreigners have? Baba knows that his children also separated from the Father and their family went away to the faraway lands in the corporeal world and took different names, forms, and religions, have once again reached the true original place. Do you experience this? You have happiness of having found the Father and your true family, but Baba has greater happiness because Baba knows that children are the decoration of a family. No family or a person seems right without the decoration. Similarly, Baba does not like to be without the decoration of the children. Because of one specialty of the foreign souls, Baba has greater love for them. What is that specialty? It is similar to a game they play in India. They hide some things in a cloth or cover them with a cloth. Then they tell their children to take the cover off to see what's inside and then to cover them up again. Then the children's intellects are tested to see how many of the things they remember. They then receive a number according to how many things they are able to remember and describe. This game of the intellect is played with the children. Similarly, the foreign children were hidden by the cover of a different religion or philosophy and way of life, and yet still recognized the Father as He is and what He is. And because of the wonder of their intellect, Baba has special love for the foreign children. Do you understand? A handful out of children, out of multi-millions, pass in this game of the intellect. BapDada is very happy to see such children. Are all of you also happy? Who has greater happiness, you or Baba? Constantly sing this song. I have attained what I wanted to attain. By maintaining this happiness, you will not experience any confusion or unhappiness. That is, you will become Maya-proof. Become Maya-proof to such an extent that BapDada can show you to everyone as examples. Have you become such examples? Which of you feels that you have become such an example that BapDada can present you to the world? Is it that you are not ever ready, but just ready? Children living abroad have also received a special lift so that they can reveal themselves to the world and give the Father's introduction. By doing such service, you receive extra marks. Have you carried out such service, or do you still have to do this? Souls in Bharat would feel that you souls have recognized the Father, whereas they themselves haven't. On seeing your faces filled with Baba's recognition, the people who live in Bharat will regret having lost their fortune. This is why all of you are instruments for service. In the Delhi conference that is to take place, this is the special service that you children from the foreign lands have to do. The people there should be able to have a glimpse of eternal joy, eternal happiness, and eternal peace in any of you souls they see. The faces of all of you should become a mirror to show them the benefits you have attained from the Father. Those who do such service receive a special prize from BapDada. Is this service easy or difficult? Any type of light definitely attracts you towards itself. So too, all of you souls are the light and might to attract others towards the Father. Do you understand what service you have to do at the conference? Does Maya come to the children who live abroad? You are not afraid, are you? You challenge Maya, do you not? You challenge Maya to come to you so that you can bid her farewell. When Maya comes, it means you become experienced. Therefore, never be afraid of Maya. If you are afraid of her, she takes on a fearsome form. When you are not afraid of her, she salutes you. Maya is nothing really, just a paper tiger. You are not afraid of a paper tiger, are you? Although she adopts a fearsome form, she is powerless. Here also, people put on fearsome masks to scare you, and yet behind the mask there is just a human being. When the external mask is removed, there is no fear. However, if you become afraid on seeing the external form, you fail. What do you experience more with Maya? Greater defeat or victory? Out of you children who have come from abroad, which of you feels that you are beads of the rosary of 108? Victory through faith is definitely guaranteed. Do not ever have a weak aim. Maintain the elevated aim of being the victorious ones of the previous kalpa, and you will remain so constantly. You will then always experience yourself to be a victorious jewel. Children have come from many countries. Each place you children emerge from also has importance. These places will also become memorials in one form or another. You children will especially tour around these places. Electricity went off. It should be as easy as that to become bodiless. Just as you remove physical clothes, so too you have to remove the costume of body consciousness in 1 second. You should be able to adopt it when you want and become detached from it when you want. However, you will only have this practice when you have no bondages. If there is any bondage in thoughts, you are unable to become detached. When you wear tight clothes, you are not able to remove them easily or quickly. So too, when there is attachment in your thoughts, words, actions, or relationships, then you are unable to become detached. You can easily practice becoming the embodiment of whatever thought you have. Are you able to become the embodiment at the same time as having the thought? Or does it take time for you to become the embodiment after you have had the thought? As soon as you have the thought, you should become bodiless. When you have the thought to become stable in the stage of being a master ocean of love, you should become that form. Do you practice this? Now, increase your practice. You will then claim a scholarship on the basis of this practice. There is still one plan that the foreigners have not yet put into practice. Do you remember the plan that you were given? At this time, Kumbhkarnas are in a deep sleep. Now we shall see how you sprinkle them to awaken them during the conference. When someone is in a deep sleep, you have to wake them up by sprinkling them with water. Now, put this plan into a practical form. It should be such that as soon as they come in front of you, they should feel that they have to awaken and become similar to you. Even against their conscious wish, everyone's attention should be drawn towards you. Has any soul from any country been prepared in this way? Are all the service centers functioning well? Are all of you content with yourselves and with service? You are the most lucky ones. Do you consider yourselves to be the long lost and now found beloved children? Who has become number one in the race between the centers? Each country has its own specialty. London has become the planning center because it is the instrument. Due to this specialty, London would be called number one. However, Guyana is number one in doing special quality service by spreading the name and being serviceable. In terms of numbers, Mauritius is number one. Lusaka is number one in tolerating all the circumstances and overcoming them and remaining unshakable in situations of great upheaval. Australia can go ahead even more. You have a planning intellect and can make very good plans. If you put all those plans into practice, you can go ahead of London. However, as yet, the plans are only theoretical. They have not been made practical. Each jewel is very valuable, but you haven't brought your own value onto the stage as yet. BapDada has great hopes. This Maria can do this. Simply put on the costume of renunciation and tapasya and come onto the stage. Then victory will become the garland around your neck. Serve others and then bring some back to India with you. The land in Australia is good. From Germany also, souls who can spread the sound can emerge. You are making very good effort. Now, there has to be a special example in a practical form who will inspire others. You remain number one in having courage and enthusiasm. Leicester is with London. The wonder of those in Leicester is that there are very good children who are victorious through having faith in the intellect. Many families are prepared who are able to be examples. BapDada has love for the heart for you. Those from Nairobi and Bulawayo are very good effort makers. You are no less in being absorbed in the Father's love. You are ahead. You saw the practical example of one who has become a moth to the flame. If that instrument soul shares his experience, then his sound can also perform a great task. Hong Kong has the specialty of having loving and cooperative souls. There are also powerful souls in Hong Kong. However, they are still hidden. When the time is right, everyone will be able to see the hidden jewels of Hong Kong. Each foreign center has its own specialty. Therefore, each one is number one. Canada is also claiming its number. It is preparing itself. Canada also has its specialty in that when one comes, that one can bring many others with him. There is hope. When even one emerges, it will not take long. Having come last, you will go fast. You are working hard, and you also have deep love. You are working hard, and you also have good wishes. Good wishes definitely bear fruit. Nevertheless, the wonder of Janak is that she has become an instrument to constantly increase zeal and enthusiasm in lands abroad. She has taken on that responsibility. She has very good cooperative hands, but it would still be said that she has taken on that responsibility. As the time of destruction comes closer, people will feel the atmosphere and will look for you. They will remember the angels who gave them the Father's introduction and wonder who they were. Whenever you have placed your foot in service, it is impossible for you not to succeed. Some lands give fruit quickly, whereas it takes time for other lands. However, it definitely bears fruit. Just as there are service stations near railway junctions in India, so too there should be centers near the airports in those countries. This has to happen. The foreigners are racing ahead very well. Acha, BapDada meeting groups. 1. The reason why your attitude causes mischief and the easy method to become unshakable. The two words, why and what, are the reasons for your attitude causing mischief. These two words bring upheaval, whereas the one term, nothing new, makes you unshakable. It has to happen and has already been accomplished. If you have no thought other than this, would there be mischief? When everything is nothing new, why and what finish? No matter what situation arises in thoughts, words, connections, or relations, it is nothing new. Generally, there is a question of why or what for something new. In nothing new, there is no question or surprise. Revise this lesson and make it firm. 2. The method to protect yourself and gain victory over Maya. Remain stable in the stage of a Master Almighty authority. A Master Almighty authority is a victorious jewel. Maya is totally powerless inside. Do not be afraid when you see her external form. Do not become unconscious when you see her alive. Maya is in fact unconsciousness, but sometimes when you see another person unconscious, you yourself become unconscious. Now, bid farewell to Maya with great happiness. Maintain the stage of being knowledgeable, and you will never be deceived. 3. The blessing of remaining immortal given at the confluence age by Baba, the Lord of immortality. The blessing of being immortal is given in this birth and for the future births. At the confluence age, you are given the blessing of remaining immortal and saved from Maya. In the future, you have the blessing of having no untimely death. Those who have received the blessing of being immortal cannot be shaken by Maya. Maya cannot cast her vision on you even from a distance. She always salutes you. Remain aware of having received the blessing of being immortal. Souls who have the faith in the intellect of having received a blessing are victorious. Those who have the intoxication of this blessing cannot be made unconscious by Maya even in their dreams. It is not small thing to receive a blessing from the Father. When the Satguru himself gives you a blessing, there should be so much intoxication. Acha, blessing, may you be a Jnani soul who uses the light and might of knowledge at the right time. Gyan is knowledge, and knowledge is light and might. When you receive enlightenment of what is right and what is wrong, of what is darkness and what is light, of what is wasteful and what is powerful, then you will become a soul who is so full of this light and might that you can no longer remain in darkness. If you believe that it is now dark and that you still remain in the dark, then you could not be called a Jnani or sensible soul. A Jnani soul is never influenced by wrong deeds, thoughts, nature, or sanskars. Slogan: in order to play the role of a hero, remain combined with Baba, the Zero. Om Shanti.